a small village nestled in the hills, there lived a young man named Alex. At just 21 years old, Alex had already taken on the weight of a big responsibility. When he was only 5, he lost his parents. Since then, Alex had to care for his older sister, Lily, who was preparing for marriage, and his younger brother, Jake, who was still in school. Every day, Alex woke up before dawn to make sure his family was well taken care of. He headed to the local market at sunrise, eager to buy fresh vegetables to sell. The villagers loved fresh, healthy food, so Alex made sure to pick the best produce. During the day, he carried his vegetables in a handcart and walked through the village, shouting, "Fresh greens for sale." His voice was so familiar to the villagers that they trusted his products completely. In the evening, from 7 to 11 p.m., Alex would set up a stall near his house. There, tired workers would stop by to purchase vegetables after a long day. Although there were other vegetable sellers in the area, Alex's stall was always the busiest. His vegetables were a little more expensive, but the villagers didn't mind because they knew they were getting the freshest produce available. Alex worked tirelessly to ensure his family had enough to eat, and that his sister, Lily, could marry happily. He often thought of his late parents and how proud they would be of him. But not everyone was happy with Alex's success. 2 other vegetable sellers, Mark and Sarah, were envious of his popularity. Despite selling their vegetables at a lower price, no one seemed to buy from them. Mark and Sarah began to feel frustrated. "How does he do it?" Mark would grumble. "His vegetables are too expensive, yet everyone buys from him." Sarah would nod in agreement. "It's not fair. We work just as hard, but no one notices us." Determined to uncover Alex's secret, Mark and Sarah decided to follow him one day. They discreetly observed how Alex interacted with his customers, greeting them with a smile and offering them the best vegetables. People would stop and chat with Alex, asking about his day and his family. Alex always made sure to take the time to listen and help. Mark and Sarah tried to imitate Alex's friendly demeanor and shouted louder about their vegetables, but it didn't work. The villagers still walked past their stalls, choosing Alex instead. Angry and frustrated, Mark and Sarah began plotting. They wanted to sabotage Alex's success and take over the market. One day, as Alex was walking through the village, he noticed an elderly woman named Mrs. Grace. She often stopped by his stall, inquiring about prices but never purchasing anything. She lived alone in a small cottage, and Alex often wondered why she never bought from him. One evening, as Alex was packing up after a busy day, he saw Mrs. Grace again. This time, he decided to speak with her. "Ma'am, I see you every day asking about the vegetables, but never buying anything. Is there a reason?" Alex asked kindly. Mrs. Grace looked up at him with sadness in her eyes and replied, "Your vegetables are the best in the village, but I live alone and can't afford to buy them." Alex's heart went out to her. "Ma'am, from now on, please come to my stall every night before I close. I'll give you whatever vegetables are left. It's the least I can do." Mrs. Grace hesitated, not used to receiving charity. "I have a little money saved from my begging," she said. "I can pay you what I have." Alex smiled and shook his head. "Please, take them for free. I need to sell fresh vegetables every day, and this would help me." Touched by Alex's kindness, Mrs. Grace agreed. From then on, she visited his stall every evening to collect the leftover vegetables, and Alex always greeted her with a warm smile. Meanwhile, Mark and Sarah watched this exchange with growing jealousy. They didn't like that Alex was helping the elderly woman, and their jealousy soon turned into a malicious plan. One evening, as Alex was walking home after selling his vegetables, Mark and Sarah secretly followed him. When they saw that Alex was alone, they jumped out from behind a tree and confronted him. "So, Alex," Mark sneered, "you think you're better than us, giving away your vegetables for free to beggars?" Sarah joined in. "You've gotten too big for your boots. It's time we teach you a lesson." Alex was shocked and frightened. "What do you want from me?" he asked, his voice trembling. "We want you to leave the village," Mark growled. "We don't want any competition here." Alex looked around desperately, but no one to help. Just as things seemed hopeless, Mrs. Grace appeared and saw what was happening. Without hesitation, she cried out, "Help! Somebody help him!" Her scream startled Mark and Sarah, and they quickly ran off, realizing they had been seen. Alex, shaken but relieved, thanked Mrs. Grace for saving him. "I don't know how to thank you," he said, his voice full of gratitude. Mrs. Grace smiled warmly. "You've already done enough for me, Alex." As they walked back to Alex's house, he made a decision. He couldn't let Mrs. Grace live alone anymore. "Ma'am, why don't you come stay with us?" he asked. "You've become like family to me, and I want you to be with us." Touched by his offer, Mrs. Grace agreed. She moved in with Alex and his siblings. The house soon felt full of warmth and love. Mrs. Grace helped around the house, offering wisdom and comfort to everyone. Alex, his sister Lily, and his brother Jake all cherished her presence. In the end, Alex's kindness and generosity had not only changed his own life, but also brought a new sense of family to the village. And as for Mark and Sarah, they learned that true success isn't just about selling the most vegetables. It's about helping others and showing kindness.